9:20 p.m., May 10th, 2026. You can see I altered that from 5:10 p.m. to 9:20 p.m., May 10th, 2026. I'm Wade Heineman, Wade Allen Heineman, middle name A-L-A-N. I am Wade Allen Heineman. I was born 11/4/71 in Iowa. Always been male, never LGBTQIA. That means never been lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, or asexual. Never been any of those things. I'm male heterosexual, born that way 11/4/71 with penis and testicles, still have them. All the photos are always me. I don't know how the fraud is somehow deceiving people like a snake oil salesman into thinking my photos are him. Just because my body is bigger than people think it is when I'm out in public does not mean that it's not me in the photos. If I'm 2 feet away, it's me, okay? Those are my photos. Now stop. I don't want to have to fucking defend my own photos again. I took more of them today so I could prove it was me. Parked at my parents' red and white barn home in the lane there. At 5:10 p.m. That's when I took the photos, between 5:10 and 5:50 p.m. And then I left there shortly after. Behind me in the photos at my parents' red and white barn home is my parents' red and white barn home, north of Fairbank, Iowa. I was there when I took the photos. x.com/WADES2ND. I do not communicate on Facebook. I do not use Facebook. I just posted a few things to say I do not communicate on Facebook. So if anybody is using Facebook to message, they logged into my account illegally somehow, or they're somehow staging the lies as they did in 2013. I don't know how they're doing it. YouTube.com/@WADEALANHEINEMN is also me. I have another YouTube that I haven't been using because I was suspended from it for a week. That's youtube.com/@IAMWADEHEINEMN. You can see I put on a few miles today, 193,153. Drove to Independence, Iowa today, and it was at 77. So, yeah, driving to Independence puts about 60 miles on, and drove around a little bit in Independence. So, it was at 077, 193,077. Now it's at 193,153. So here's that receipt that I posted the pictures of. You can see at oh, that's not it. Is that the right one? Here it is. Okay. Store Casey's, Independence, Iowa, 5/10/2026. Gallons, 89.35. It doesn't say my Visa card number on here, which is odd, but maybe they changed it so that they're not showing the numbers anymore. And I wrote my x.com/WADES2ND is me on there, but you can see that was at 5/10/2026 at 7:13 p.m. I got 89.35 in fuel at south end of Casey's in Independence by myself all night and day as usual. As always, since 2016, I'm alone every day and night. Whoever's trying to claim I was with them or was interested in them and is going to them, no. They're stalking me wherever they're at, whether they show up at a gas station or a store. They are not giving me money. They are just there to pretend that they're giving me money or that I'm using their card. They're always my cards, always. Always my debit cards or credit cards, always me paying for myself. Anyone trying to claim I've been a friend, active friendship since 2016 is lying. I don't know who they are. I'll shut this light off and you can see that that's Fairbank. That's the red light flashing, and that's, you can just barely see the water tower light above that. You can't see it in the darkness here on my screen, but just up above to the left of that yard light in the center, you can see the water tower. And I'm back behind the buildings here, half mile north Fairbank on V68. You can just see a glow of where the sun's set over there in the west. And I don't know if that's Saturn or Jupiter or Mars or Venus above. You can see the bright light there. It's not twinkling, so it's a planet, or it's some kind of fixed object, but I'm pretty sure it's a planet. I don't know which one is in the western sky right now in Iowa here. 193, 153. Turn that back on, and you can see some of my stones here that get all this junk out of here so you can see some of them. Those are some that I had in the pictures on the windshield today. So you can see on my x.com and my YouTubes that I posted the pictures. You can see some of these stones. You can see this one is on my windshield, the 10-pounder, and you can see it's shiny where it's chipped there. The diamond is exposed, the interior diamond, the translucent part. Here's the 14-pounder. You can see that you can see that crust on the outside. That's what the diamond looks like in the wild, a rough diamond. And you can see this one glows. Here, I'll just shut that off for a second. You see how much that glows in the dark, that big one. That one's about 5 to 10 pounds as well. These are very large stones, I know, and I show some people, I'll show them that I test them with the thermal conductivity tester and that they are conclusively diamonds. Thermal conductivity conclusively shows that something is a diamond. You can see that this one glows in the inside. This is through the crust, though. You can see over here the square crystal on the top, or the parallelogram crystal there. Anyway, Wade Allen Heineman, 54 years old, born 11/4/1971 in Iowa. Two of the songs that I sing are Sails and Sailing. I've been singing those since they came out decades ago. One is Sails by Steve Wariner, and one is Sailing by Christopher Cross. I've been singing those for decades. I got better at singing them in the last 10, 15 years because I've practiced singing a lot. But I don't know anybody that's ever lived by the ocean or by water or on a boat. That is a fraud. I know he's been indicated many times. It is a fraud. He's probably a thief. I know he's a fraud. I don't know who he is. He's just a criminal who pretends some connection to me. It's like these dipshit quipping idiots who stage lies that I gave someone a huge teddy bear at some point, maybe in 2021 when I was, going to the one female Sunshine Eve, blonde, 27 years old. At that time, she was 25, I think. And then she's 25 to 29 is when I visited her on her camp model site. I still liked her personality. It's just, there's some, anyway, I don't need to explain that again, but we never met. We never communicated other than me going to her room there. And same thing with, was it Ella Claire was the other one. And I only went to those two in 2020 and 2021. And then later in 2023, I went back to Sunshine Eve's room for a while, and maybe 2024. I don't remember what year I stopped. She stopped being on. I think it was 2024. I don't know. 2023 or 2024 was the last time she was on there. And I checked back a few times, and it looked like she left the cam model site. So I never met either one of them. But the dipshit quippers, they like to fake things like sending women teddy bears, or what was it recently? I forget what the stupid lie that they made up so they can laugh. Usually the big fat beer drinkers that stage a lie and pretend that they know me when they have no connection to me. I don't have any active friendships since 2016. Those would all be liars. So I think I showed my hand already, 10.7 inches, 10.7 inch hands. You can see my finger, scarred finger there. And I showed the receipt. I'm gonna post this now. Epiphone Excellente I showed. It's dark outside, so it's no point in going out I could, I guess, show that it's I'm in my Ford Expedition at least. You see that's what the deciduous rims look like. If they don't look like that, they're not my Ford Expedition. QIJ 335, EcoBoost, Ford Expedition. There's dirt, that's just road dust on there. And that part is still on top. I left it up there so that I can identify myself as me. It's in my photos. That part from the Ford Explorer is still strapped to the top of my Ford Expedition. People think I'm weird probably for doing it. I do it for a reason, so the frauds can't pretend to be me in a fake vehicle. But that's what my rims have always looked like. If they don't look like that, it's not my vehicle. I know Chevy Tahoes pretend to be me because it's a look-alike vehicle, but it's a Ford Expedition. Signing off. Again, 193,153 miles. YouTube.com/@WADEALANHEINEMN. Amen. Real thing. Never been in the military, never been married, not been on a plane or jet since 2011. Don't know anybody that rides a motorcycle since 2005. Always been male heterosexual, would never be with a male transgender child, never have been, never will be. It's all stage lies.